Evans Ayodo, formerly Khalifa Evans Tambo, somewhere on social media. And I had an issue with one of my relatives, that's my cousin. And how did it come? Actually, I felt offended when the governor, Mr. Raguma, said that people on the ground don't know how to treat. How did my issue come up? It was via social media. And that's why I highlighted my 8 hours ordeal all the way from Mama Lucy to Mbagathi District Hospital. So basically, if I'm just, I don't know, Ted, if I can go through the events?
Yeah, I think quickly,
okay.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, thank you. So basically, this is what transpired. At around 4:23 a.m., I received a call from my late cousin. Actually, he used his wife's phone. Okay, so I received, and we spoke. But the way he was talking, he wasn't feeling well. He told me that I had been treated on Tuesday. That was the previous day. This was on 13th, Saturday, August. I had been treated on Tuesday at a Coptic hospital of TB and pneumonia. But unfortunately, it's like this thing has worsened. So what I did was to tell him, since it was 4:23 a.m., and by then I was staying at Komarok, and they used to stay at Jerusalem. We agreed that I'll be there first thing in the morning at their place. So by around 7 a.m., actually not around, but at exactly 7 a.m., the wife, who happens to be now my in-law, called me again and told me that, you know, Ben is worsening. So I instructed her that the best will be we meet at Mama Lucy, since it was a central point, me coming from Komarok and them coming from Jerusalem. So we met at exactly 9:23 a.m. That was at Mama Lucy Kibaki. And I rushed in. I personally spoke to those people. I told them this is an urgent case. Kindly assist us. So from there, I signed up. I paid 100 shillings for the card, then took my cousin to the emergency wing. Now, upon going there, they examined. There was a nurse who examined, and she told me that this is a critical case. Unfortunately, we can't handle such here. Why? Her reason was they don't have an isolated ward for TB patients. Basically, that's understandable under medical practice. You can't mix up patients with that TB and those who aren't. So I was instructed to go to Mbagathi, and Mama Lucy acted so fast that I can't lie, because by around 10:03 a.m. we were already out. We had left Mama Lucy by 10:03 a.m. I had already even looked for a taxi, since the ambulance was away. The ambulance was somewhere in Karen. They even gave me the number of the ambulance lady. We spoke. She kept insisting that I wait, but I told her, let me just grab a taxi. We'll be there in time. Because again, now considering Saturdays, being busy days and everything. So we went to Mbagathi, and this is where everything happened. I was at Mbagathi at exactly 11:42 a.m. 11:42 with this taxi guy. Then I rushed in. Even somewhere along the way, I even gave my cousin, bananas, because he wanted. He kept asking for water, but I promised I'll buy him water later. He took bananas, we went. So at 11:42 at Mbagathi, I talked to the nurse who was inside. Okay, the nurse told me that they don't admit such over weekends. So she was trying to tell me to come back during weekdays. But I told her, no, this is a critical case, please just help me. Then she said, okay, then you can go ahead, bring your cousin in, your patient in, we see what to do. So I took a wheelchair because he wasn't walking, went back to the taxi. The taxi driver assisted me to assist Ben, Yes, exactly. Then from there, we went. Now, unfortunately, from this time, we're talking of now 12:03. My patient is already in a bed. Up until 12:53, when I kept insisting with them, please, kindly, is someone looking on my patient? Please. 12:03 through to 12:53, only for my in-law to come to the room I was standing. And by then, they were both seated. We are talking of this medical doctor and the nurse both seated. End result, my cousin passed on. 53 minutes later, not having been touched, nothing had been done. So to me, I feel that such things should be happening in Kenya. To me, that's my feel. And when I posted this thing, this is the saddest part. The comments that followed, Kenyans are dying in silence. Something has to be done, and it's all about the medical practitioner's attitude. It's not about the systems. It's about the attitude. This should be worked on. Thank you so much.
It's all about the systems and attitudes, yeah.
Well, Yvonne, take that up.
Yeah, Mr. Yumbi, you'd like to respond to that. He's talking
Yes,
about attitudes.
very fast.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that case. It's unfortunate, but the regulations with the Medical Practitioners and Deaths Board do not allow us to discuss an ongoing case. This case is on for interview on Friday at, I think, 11 o'clock. And with the new regulation, which the CS has gazetted, immediately after the determination, we shall make our findings public.
All right, Mr. Yumbi, I know you cannot comment on that, but could you comment, and if you go to his Facebook page, there's a raft of comments there of people who feel like the attitude of healthcare professionals isn't what it's supposed to be. Could you just speak about that generally? Many Kenyans aren't happy with the sort of level of care that they receive.
It's out of the 869 cases that we have determined, 57 cases are related to attitude. So it is not that he's speaking something out of the blues. It's something that has come to...
So what's the problem? Are we hiring the wrong professionals? Do they not have the right mentality? Or is it the training process? What would you recommend?
The end result is that the board decided to introduce the CPD that I talked about.
Okay.
And that is what involves attitude and training, retraining, and doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers taking responsibility for their individual
Dr. Yambia and Yvonne, I think the issue here is not going away. Kenyans are saying that is just one of the cases that we know about.